this is a bit confusing to me because there's no more information about it. This happened in Moncton, New Brunswick, where we, well, except Hillary used to live, but me and Clinton still live here. Uh, a man by the name of Mohammed Ben Youssef said that he was targeted off-road road rage in Ammon Road in Moncton. And there is a video. You can look it up. It's on the CBC New Brunswick website. You can look up. There is a video, and the person goes abrupt, and he's telling to get out. I mean, there is cursing, and it's quite hard to watch because his family was there. Now it doesn't say, and this is why I'm confused. I'm very confused. Uh, you could target it as Islamophobia. They could definitely target it as an Islamophobia attack, as a racist attack. However, there's not a clear detail of what exactly happened. There's a video, uh, but I don't really. Again, I'm confused. I'll let you guys comment about it, but I wish I would have more details on this. To be honest with you, but what it looked like, it definitely looks like an act of Islamophobia. But it's I don't even know what happened. Why did this incident happen? So go ahead, Clinton.
Okay. So to anyone who looks up this video, yeah, it's quite triggering. There are the way the young children in the car are screaming is quite emotional. So what happened is a man named Mohammed Ben Youssef was driving last week Sunday on Ammon Road, which is just north of Moncton, in between Irish Town and I don't know, just go west of there. And he was driving down the road, and a truck abruptly pulled out of his driveway. He says he had to swerve around it instead of slam on the brakes. He went around the truck. It was a solid line, yes. And then the truck driver proceeded to speed up, follow him behind him, continuously honked his horn while giving him the finger. Then he, the truck driver, then himself whipped around the solid line, whipped in front of Ben Youssef's car, slammed on the brakes, causing Ben Youssef to swerve partly off the road towards the ditch. And then he got out of, the truck driver then got out of his car and started approaching the car, and would point, the gentleman, Mohammed Ben Youssef, started filming. Now, the road rage exists. Road rage happens every day across Canada. In Moncton all the time. People get pissed off when they're driving all the time. So the thing you may have missed, Fidel, is in the video twice, the first, as the man is approaching the car, he you can hear him saying on the video, "Foreign cocksucker." He yells that. And then he's fighting with them, and he's when you watch the video, like, Ben Youssef in the car is trying to restrain him and prevent him from hurting him. And the man had 4 children in the car: a 13-year-old, 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 3.5-month-old baby. The 13-year-old is recording, and this man comes to the window and starts screaming all these obscenities. During the video, he did say "effing cocksucker" once, and then towards the end of the video, again, he used the term "foreign cocksucker." So that's what makes it really a racist attack and a hate crime, and leads you to believe that this man wouldn't have just tracked down, and the 77-year-old man wouldn't have just raged and cut someone off, almost causing him to crash and attack him in the car, just based on his car rolling around him. This guy said that twice. It's very, if you listen in the video, it's very clear, even though there's a lot going on. And that's what makes it kind of like it's a hate crime. And he really endangered him. During the video, he is telling Ben Youssef that he crossed the solid line, but the guy did the same thing to cut him off just minutes later. He did the same thing. And also, I heard another article after that, is that the man was arrested and then released. So there was some relief in that for Ben Youssef. And I'll add this before Hillary goes. My partner got in touch with him, and she actually spoke to him on the phone. And so he's been living here again since 2004. He is a man from the Middle East. I can't remember what country, but he has experienced racism a number of times, and he's trying to help his children not grow up traumatized, and try to convince them that this is a safe place for them to live here in New Brunswick. And then this happens. And I can tell you, those 4 girls, like, their lives, they're not going to have once you experience racism, they're not going to have the ability to function the exact same as they ever had before, which is a really sad thing. Because I think, Hillary, you said it too, like, The way the little girl was screaming in the video, it was just
Ugh.
goosebumps. It was heart curdling. It was
Hmm.
insane. But Fidel, that's what happened. That's what makes it. There's road rage is road rage. People get pissed off at each other for lots of different reasons. But this was clearly more than simple road rage because it was a personal attack, and even the man came to the car yelling out foreign. You know what? I'm not going to say it again. And then he says it again during the video, and then he like cuts himself somehow, and he wipes himself with the knife, and then he throws his bloody rag at Mohammed Ben Yusuf back into the car. Like this guy shouldn't be free. He shouldn't be on road. He got arrested and released. Now the question is going to be, does he get charged? Do any charges stick? Is he going to have to take sensitivity training, anger management, just like the guy during the Black Lives Matter march last year, March 2020, May
Yeah, as
2020?
if knowing
That's
our
the next big
justice
question.
system.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not for
And
he's
they
not.
didn't name the man for some reason. Last thing they didn't even name the man that got arrested in the articles that I read, and that was very surprising to me. They always name the alleged criminal or the why are they keeping his name out of it? That's ridiculous. They can't wait to name people half the time.
Well,
Anyways,
once he gets charged and gets the with the trial, like what happened with that's a good example. What
okay,
happened with the
okay,
guy with the eggs? What I will say is this: he won't get charged for a hate crime because in New Brunswick,
it's not illegal.
that is not a
No, we
crime.
know that.
Now, oh my God, Hillary, go ahead because I have so much indignation.
I've never seen you look so confused.
I'm super confused, and
He'll be
I'll
charged
tell
for
you why.
assault because the racism is not a crime.
No,
Go ahead.
and I'll tell you why. But go ahead, Hillary.
I guess my initial thought is like whether he was like picking on this guy or not. Like it's the same thing as when celebrities or YouTubers or whoever in a moment of rage say the N-word and then it
N-word.
becomes evident that it's in your vocabulary. You wouldn't be calling someone a foreign, the words that Clinton used, I won't say it either. You wouldn't call someone that unless you were ready to be racist upon seeing that they are different than you and willing to throw that into the mix to add to your own anger. It's like you're angry that someone cut you off, but oh no, the person who cut me off is also of another race, doubly go fuck yourself type of thing. The fact that this person had like no regard for the kids is like the most upsetting to me. It's one thing to be mad, it's one thing to be mad and racist, but to traumatize four young little girls, like teen to like, what did you say, three? Like that to me is the most
3.5 months,
3.5 months.
9, 11, and 7 or something. Yeah, go
That's
on.
like the
Sorry to
most
interrupt.
upsetting to me. And like, it just really, it's really, really sad. I guess my other thoughts is just that like it's sad that you tried to bring these people to New Brunswick to show these kids a better life because unfortunately bit racist over there. This person who committed this crime to me definitely sounds like the person who would be happy about Truth and Reconciliation Day not being enshrined. It's just really unfortunate. Hate, I mean, I can't even say I hate New Brunswick. All of Canada quite a bit racist.
I mean, there's so many things because I mean, and this is I put myself in that man's shoes, and that's the first thing I'm thinking. I'm with my kids, and personally, this has happened to me. That people come with road rage and they come at me. Now, once they see a big black guy and they see that I'm ready for the smoke, the whole thing comes down. That it has happened to me. Literally, I seen an old person pull out to me, and I said, "Chill," and he got scared, and he just like the demeanor changed quickly because he was like, "If you're ready for this, I'm ready for this too," because it's road rage. However, it just bothers me in a sense that would that guy find it different if they would have seen a guy like this guy looked like he was a family man that he was just trying to just live in and he was trying to just get his family and his daughter, and I think the guy saw a guy that wasn't going to fight back.
Mm.
Would that be different if they would see a guy that was ready to fight back and then it gets turned around? It's like, oh my God, this Islamic people or whatever, and this is where I'm a bit conflicted because I'm saying like, yeah, he said what he said is not gonna get punished. It should get punished. It's definitely a hate crime. But the fact that it's not a win-win situation. What if they like? I'd look at myself. It's like if I get if I would have been him and don't I do what he said, it's a hate crime. But if I react, I would be looked at it as a Islamic or like a terrorist, or this foreigners are being here to do this. So it's not a win-win situation for this guy. And I don't know. I mean, it's just for me. It's kind of because what do you do? Like he did the right thing. He probably called the cops. He got arrested and it got charged. But what if it didn't go viral, right? Like what if it didn't go viral? What if it wasn't on the news? What if it just it's something that would have happened in a regular day? Uh, it would this person be able to do anything really and be able to get justice? I don't even know if he could, and that's the confusing part to me because Clinton cleared it up that what he said, and it's like okay, definitely the guy is racist. An old white man saying racist stuff doesn't surprise me. However, would that man do something if they know that the guy would react, or would he feed the victim if the guy would have reacted? Right, and it's just no. I just don't see when you're a person of color, there's no in a regular road rage. Because again, I've seen road rage between people, and they just in different places, and doesn't matter what country you are, they fight, they yell at each other, and they get themselves into the car and they leave. Everybody has road rage. But when you are in his position, especially with, and we don't talk a lot about Middle Eastern because it's a different culture, and out of respect, I don't think we should talk about something that we're not familiarized with. Uh, but Middle Eastern people get a lot of hatred here, and there's no way of winning. Because if you, again, if you are violent, they will catalog you as violent, even if you. But if you're not violent, then you get as a victim as well. So it is kind of it's sad to say that it is quite a challenging position to be in his shoes, and I feel very bad for that because I don't know how. I mean, I'm glad that he got at least some justice, that they got him arrested, but I mean, is anything going to happen? Who knows? I mean, our justice system is so slow that who knows what will happen. So again, that's what I have. I don't really know what to say about. I feel sad for the whole situation.
What I will say, and Hillary, you can use this for my teaser if you want. Um, in the case of Mohammed Ben Yusuf doing what he did on that day, I think we could look at that as probably a textbook example, as one of the best ways to react as a person of color in 2021, being faced with aggression or racism or stuff like that. You were saying there's no way to get a win-win for him because if he backs down, he can get hurt. If he stands up for himself, he can be looked at as a crazy Islamic terrorist because he's standing up for us. He's doing anything as an immigrant here in New Brunswick, and people are going to lash out at him again for that. But passing the phone to your daughter, defending yourself. He held the man's hand. He was defending himself. He was explaining the situation to the cars around him, saying, look what this man is doing. And while restraining the man, he was strong enough to restrain the old guy. He was saying, like, he just kept saying, leave me alone. Let go of me. If I let go of you, are you going to walk away? Like, is this done? Like, let go. If I let go of you, are you going to leave? Like, you stop harassing me and my children. It's on tape. Look what this guy's doing. That's all you can do, because otherwise it's his word against his.
Mhm.
And if he reacts too harshly, like you said, he can be looked at as the immigrant coming over here making problems, even though he's been here 17 years. I say that's a New Brunswicker to me. um, so Mohammed Ben Yusuf, what you did was great, and it was a smart move for your family. It was a really quick decision. Like, I know you've experienced racism here before, but it was really quick thinking, and I think that's the best thing you could have done in getting the news involved and seeking to find justice for what happened to you and your
Mhm.
family.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing. Again, I think I guess you're right. I think he probably did the best thing you could do. I think that's what I look at it. I just find it so unfair though. Like for example, like I said, I seen would that happen if it was a white man? They probably both would have yelled. And
I was going to say that if it had a 37-year-old white man in a business suit or going to play golf, the guy would have walked to the car and been like, hey, you really shouldn't do that. And, oh, yeah, sorry, buddy. Yeah, I just didn't want to hit your car.
no, they
okay,
would
well, here,
yell.
have a beer. Here's a Coors Light.
But that's what I mean, right? That like it's almost like seeing that it was an
As he
immigrant.
approached, he got more angry.
Yeah, he got more
I'm
angry.
feeding on what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing somebody who's like visibly brown cut me off. Holy fuck! And then that's what becomes the end of the world, not just the actual driving incident.
As he was walking to the car, the hatred increased. As he saw him, and then he yelled at, and once he realized who he was, maybe then he says foreign, you know what? And it just
because that's what I was trying to figure out in like while Fidel was sort of like walking through the like putting yourself in the other person's shoes. I'm trying to figure out like in all the times I've driven that I've gotten angry, it takes you so long to clock what the other person looks like. Like you're not staring through windshields to figure out who's driving. So at what point do you clock that it's a foreigner until you like physically get out of the car ready to fight? So you had, in my mind, at a certain point, I'm thinking that it would have been getting out of the car while already angry that he would have realized, or maybe like the second or third cutoff that kept occurring that he finally realizes that it's a foreigner in quotations. Like, I don't think that the initial incidents he would have thought this is a foreign person and I'm going to aggressively attack this man. Like that had to have built up and then become like knowledge at some point in the middle of the incident.
Could have. Well, while we're theorizing though, the wife and the daughters were wearing the hijabs. So he may have been able to see that from the truck because he was he was driving behind them, honking the horn and giving them the finger. So he was actively.
Then probably.
Yeah, again,
you don't know.
That's what I'm. I don't know. Like again, I had incidents and I seen people like they are mad at me. I'm mad at them. But when they see the reaction when they see the reaction, they're like, oh, wait a minute. And they're like, they already comes down to the sentence. And I never had the hold it, but like that thing, the confusion is like, how far did that man go to do that? And I'm like, am I missing something here? Like what the hell? Like really? Like, and again, I definitely think I agree with you, Clinton. I think he did the right thing, and I'm just baffled that somebody would go. Again, I can see that his hatred and it's definitely racist, but I mean, you'll go out of your way to do that. Like you went out to get this guy when again, it's just that's what I said. Am I missing something? Was there a problem previously?
Could be wrong place, wrong time. It could be that there was some kind of taunting going back and forth. I would imagine a man with his 4 daughters in the car wasn't doing too much to try to, even if he had to swerve around the truck and there was some honking going on, my imagination tells me he wouldn't be doing too much to try to aggravate and escalate the situation. Yeah. Maybe less than he may have done when he was on his own. I've never met Mohammed Ben Yusuf. I know nothing about him. But still, to get to the point where a truck swerves around him, screeches on the brake, cuts him off, it could have just been wrong place, wrong time. Guy having a bad day, guy is already racist, guy sees this happen.
Just a lot of smoke for Ammon Road. Like
no. It's a lot of hatred. Yeah. Like again, it's a lot of hatred for that. But anyways, we're gonna wrap this up.